Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the leaf blowing in the background, but I only got limited time in the day and I'm just trying to do this when I can. So this is my Perrin front strut bar that's going to be going into the Crosstrek Wilderness I got, because I have one in obviously the Outback Wilderness. So what I'm about to do next is I'm going to unbox this, and then I'm actually going to kind of compare it to the one that's in the Outback, just to kind of see like the length difference, because I part of me feels like it's not a difference in length, but maybe it is. I see a different part number, so I honestly want to truly see if it is. I know it's a little bit different, like chassis. That's kind of like the Impreza style versus obviously Legacy Outback. So let me unbox it, and then I'll open up the Outback and we'll do a comparison real quick. All right, everyone, I got it open. This is the first thing that kind of come out. So I'm gonna open this up, pull it on out. I had a video of my STI over here that I did a couple years back. See, I think there is a little difference. If you look right there, it's gonna be a little bit shorter right there. And it would, honestly, I think it goes into like right there almost. So yeah, I can see where there would be a difference. Now, would it make a difference? I don't know, but I'm not gonna risk it. So we're eventually gonna install it on this guy. But I'm gonna take that stuff off of that one first, so that way I can then move that out back out of here and be done with it being in the garage pretty much. All right, everyone, as you can see, I've now moved the Outback out. You know, I love living in Alabama. We got a lot of space, at least in some of our property. So I have a whole other driveway on the other side with another garage, which is really my workout garage anyways. Just threw up the Outback up there. You can ignore the Chevy. That's my roommate Chevy that broke that we got to haul off. All right, so let me see. You can do it. There we go. And then, all right. So yeah, I tried a minute ago. I already put the strut bar up, but yeah, it won't fit. It's not designed like that. It's just a little too long, and they're right, and that's fine. Not a big deal. But yeah, we're gonna take this guy. And excuse the mess again in my house. I'm just an IT nerd that be lazy sometimes and only wants to do certain stuff. So the bar's in there. This is already open. I figured might need it. Obviously, there's the nameless plate. That might be to do something with maybe these wires or something. I'm not sure. I got to look up at the instructions real quick. I haven't even looked at that, but it should be very similar to the other. Just as before, I'll put one on each side. You'll place the bar in there. We'll put one on each side and get these in place. And then you'll place these. Yeah, these are definitely different. These are 4 versus... The other one had 4 too, but this is different. Definitely different. I can definitely tell. So, all right. Let's see, what is this? Closed hardware. That was the hardware that was enclosed. That there. That's the bar. No instructions. That's fine. I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna go look at the instructions and make sure it's not different. If there's like a big one, small one, or whatever, like it was on the Outback. All right, everyone. Not sure if you can really kind of see this. There's Nordic TV in the background. I got game day on. It's basically the same as before. So taller nut goes in the back, short nut goes in the front. Just set them into obviously each little foot. I don't have to trim anything away. That's for the Forester models, noting right there. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty straightforward. Tighten the bolts, yada, yada, yada. I didn't see a hose clamp, but we'll look for that to make sure. I think, but how these kits work is they kind of just do like a one kit fits all for like the extra accessories. So that's why the zip ties and stuff was like that. Adding in So cool. All right, I'm gonna head back to the Crosstrek and we're gonna go from there. All right, everyone, I'm back. So got my tools for everything I need. As you can see, I kind of put just the brackets for it here. That's where it's gonna go. So I just need a 14 millimeter like I did for the Outback. And I'm come down here. Up. Before I do anything, I need to make sure I change direction. Always make sure you're going the right direction. That's the right direction. We want to go lefty loosey, righty tighty. Also, you don't want to do that and drop stuff, but it is what it is. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna have to hold that and twist it. Just a little note, sometimes it's easy to go in and grab it, just do like one little turn. And then it can come up. Same with this. So I'm gonna go in and grab this. Do one little turn, watch out for that. All right, I'm gonna leave that on there just until I'm ready. Pull this off. This one might require like 2 turns. All right, that's good enough. And like I said, you just do a little turn. All right, so I did this side. Pull these off. Make sure you keep these in a good location if you ever decide to like get rid of your car or it gets in a crash or something like that. You know, God forbid, you can take stuff off, put on a new Crosstrek. All right, so now I'm gonna take this guy, followed by that one. They said the bigger nut goes on back, smaller nut in the front. When I get ready to put that on, so I'm just gonna take that off. Get put it, yeah, put it in my pocket. It's supposed to fit, but all right. So let me get the bolts for that. I mean, I got the, sorry, damn, the nuts. I cannot get my terminology right. Oh, all right, everyone. So obviously, I'm gonna do a size comparison for you. Zoom in a little bit. They say bigger nut, littler nut. So that's what we're going to do, like I said. So we're going to do bigger nut. It's a little tricky to get in there, but I got it. And they say to just put some tape on the ratchet socket whenever you're ready to like tighten it in. So I got it mostly in there with just my hand. And we'll do the little one. All right. Yeah, and it's just a little bit different, so even though it looks different like I had a minute ago, I had them side by side, so when you kind of pull them out your pocket, that's why before I showed you I did like little one, big one in my left hand pocket, and then or left side pocket, and had the other two in my right hand. I believe I got some tape around here somewhere. I want to get that to kind of tighten that in. So give me 1 second while I get the tape to put on here. I'm probably not gonna put it on the socket itself. I'm gonna put it right there. All right, so I actually just did the back one. I took an actual glove, took like a little finger part from the glove to do it. I think that'll kind of work and won't hopefully mess anything up. Well, I lied because there's a little thing, but to be honest, I don't care. I'm not gonna really see it. It's like, whatevs. So I guess I should have straightened it out. It kind of got all gooped up in the middle once I circled it. So I just redid it again on this side. Okay. Let's read. Yeah, like I said, it is what it is. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, that's a little bit, but it is what it is. I would rather it be on there and tighten. That's what I want. Alright. So now I just gotta get the bar and put the bar on top. Alright, everyone. So I found out what the zip tie is for. As you can see right behind me, there's that, I'm not sure exactly what that kind of like wire is, or covering for a wire, I guess. So I just used one zip tie, kind of pushed it to that. I didn't see anywhere else that I could have done that. Because it kind of just comes into there. You know, I'm fine with that. It's not going to put a strain on this. It's just going to help protect that for a little bit. That's all we need. That's enough. And then you just need a little bit right here for that. And that should basically be about the same. Might want to move it a little bit more. See, it's the tricky part is it'll come off. It's not like the nameless one, which is probably a little bit easier to put on because it just goes straight over and you just bolt it in. But this will be fine. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this for a moment, get this situated because it kind of requires two hands. Put the little covers over, and then I'll do kind of like one Allen bolt at a time, like 1 1 1 1, and then 1 1 1 1, if that makes sense. I'll show you when I'm done. All right, everyone. So this is what the final product looks like, and you can see I did the zip tie here. When you go to cut it, make sure you hold it on the other end. I went and cut it, and mine just went flying off in the engine bay. I haven't seen it come out underneath, but just a little warning for you. I'm sure once I go and do something and get up to speed, it'll loosen itself up. But yeah, that's basically it. It's really, really sturdy. And yeah, I'm about to go take this guy for a test drive. I just gotta clean up after myself real quick, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. All right, everyone. So this is my initial thoughts after driving this, and this is kind of delayed because I would usually be doing this from my phone, but now I'm doing it on my Mac. I completely forgot to honestly do this as I was going through and editing all the clips. I usually do it on my phone, let it go to Google Photos, let them sync to the cloud, then download it to my Mac, and then I make editations if I need to. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really edit crazy super stuff like you've seen so many other people do. I'm an IT nerd, but I just haven't gotten into it fully yet to do this. But I also kind of want to keep it like more real worldistic, right? Like, yeah, I can sit there and do 10 million different outtakes, but I don't have the time that some of these other, I think, YouTube channel owners have. I mean, I probably do, but sometimes I'm just like, whatever. Like, I want it to be like for someone that maybe wants to get into this and it's like, well, I don't know about this because look at this, they're perfect. Bro, I'm not perfect. I've had issues with me removing my exhaust, like seizing up a bolt, nut. Had to have my brother come over, cut it off. Like, I want to show the imperfections. Why? This is how you learn. You don't learn from someone being perfect all the time, because if they're perfect all the time, you don't know where the mistakes are to learn from. So that's why I don't mind showing my imperfections because I am not perfect at all. Never. So, that being said, my initial thoughts after this, just don't drive the Outback before you drive the Crosstrek when you're moving around, because I didn't notice much, but that was also because I took the front strut off the Outback. All right, so I had literally just taken that off, moved that to my front yard, and then I put this on the Crosstrek and then drove that. I mean, I kind of noticed a difference, but then I kind of like had to play through my head like how I remember the car when I first got it. And I was like, it did have a little play to it, right? Like it was a little loose. But now as I turn it, it's like barely you turn it, it turns left, it turns right. It's great. So as I was going to my dad's house today, so he could drive the car this afternoon, we just go drive for a little bit around the neighborhood. Um, he loved the car. He loves driving the car, but I could notice the difference when I was on the freeway, kind of going in and out of traffic a little bit. So, would I recommend getting the front strut bar? Heck yes. Like you'll definitely notice it. It's just one of those things like you got to replay in your head like how it was before. You got to figure out how loose the car kind of feels. Because like when I first got the Crosstrek, I was like, man, this is pretty loose. It's still a tight car, tighter than the Outback, but it was still loose. But with the front strut, I feel like it's perfect. It reminds me of the STI. It's great. So that's just my final thoughts of this. Worth the money to me. I want to thank y'all for watching this episode of me putting in the front strut and taking out the front strut at the Outback. So, I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Hope you learn from my imperfections, as we call them. Is what it is. Whatever. See you next time.